There's a movie coming out next week. It's called The Lucky One. And on this Friday the 13th, I thought it would be a good thing for us to begin talking about this because the author, Nicholas Sparks, is a Catholic. And he wrote this book. He writes romance novels, but I'm not so sure he believes. In fact, I know because I had a chance to talk to him. He believes that things that happen to us are all luck and fate, but really he sees the hand of God in it. But I'll let him tell you that himself. Here's a little interview with Nicholas Sparks, the author of The Lucky One, movie coming out next week, April 20th. The book was so engaging, Nicholas. My sense is that the movie, I loved it by the way, is faithful enough, it's compelling enough to do it justice. What does the author think?
Liked it, loved it. You know, I have the chance to tell the story the way I like to tell the story in the process of writing, and anyone out there who wants to enjoy it in the way and have total control, they can read it. You know, this is just another way to enjoy a story that's a good story. You know, it's a story of journeys and trying to find answers, and can love change you? It's a full, well-rounded story. So to me, I like it. And of course, you have to realize that I go through the whole process. I see the scripts and I see who they cast, and I'm there on set, so I kind of know what's coming. Which
I was going to ask you, just out of curiosity, you know, for our viewers, you know, how involved are you in the production process? Is it very, very intensive?
Yeah, it depends on each project, because sometimes I'm a screenwriter, which is one form of intensity. Other times I'm a producer. Sometimes I'm both. Sometimes I'm neither, and some of that comes down to a function. But either way, I'm very involved throughout all of these processes. And I work with people who understand what we're trying to do with the film, and they get them, and it all comes together in something like The Lucky One, right? Yeah. So there we go.
And the casting is part of that whole process too. Are you pleased?
Yeah, the casting is. You know, casting's an interesting bug, but yeah, was I pleased? It's great. You know, Zach is a really terrific Logan, if only because he's very accurate. You know, these kids, unless you're an officer, you know, these are kids are 18 to 25. You know, this is it. You know, they've been, by 25, they've been deployed 3 times, 4 times. So he's very accurate. He looks the part. He's the right age. And in the novel, you know, you're talking about someone with a lot of integrity and honor and everything like that. And Zach's really like that in person. He's a really genuinely nice guy. So it was, and then he cared deeply, and so it was perfect. And then with Taylor, she needed the same emotional depth because she's playing this mother, and she's got these issues, and so you're looking for a lot of maturity there too.
You know, at the CatholicTV network, we're always praying for our servicemen and women,
yes,
who have been deployed, those who are home, and this movie, I think, helps us to reconsider again the service given our nation and the issues that servicemen and women face when they come home. Was that intentional?
Without question. You know, one of my neighbors was a Navy chaplain, and so when he was deployed numerous times because other people wouldn't go, and so he's a good guy, so he's going to go and do this, but he never carried a gun. But he was the guy who held these kids after they were hit by the IEDs or they were hit bullets, and he held these kids as they died. And they're 18. He has sons this age, right? First deployment, he comes back, definitely changed. Second deployment back, changed a little more. Third deployment, his hands won't start shaking. They just won't stop shaking. And this is Logan. He's watched all his friends die, and his hands are shaking. You know what he did? He walks across the country. You know, this is not a normal thing, right? But this is how he deals with it. What is it all about? And so in many ways, for me, this film and what Logan's going through is an ode to this Navy chaplain.
Yeah. And obviously it's a romance, and it's a great romance, but I can't help but think of life's journey as a romance with God, and this is what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And I know you're Catholic, and your family is Catholic.
Sure. You know, there's a film that look, it's life. You're going to have all the emotions in this film, all the emotions of life. You're going to have romantic elements, but you're also going to have elements of betrayal or anger or sadness or frustration, and a lot of elements of what does it all mean? This is really welcome to the journey of life that we all go through. And I think that's why people like these films. You go in, and you're like, hey, I know my life. I'm dealing with it. I'll watch you deal with these issues, and then, good, I'm glad it's you, because I'm heading back into my own. I think they like that, my own opinion.
And just beautifully shot, the cinematography,
right,
the music. Congratulations. I'm glad it all worked out so beautifully.
Thank you very much. I couldn't be any happier.